right, hello everyone. I'm Francia, and for today's class, we're going to practice a beginner's intro into ashtanga. We're going to try to move into all of the poses the best way we can. We may not get through it completely, but I will offer a whole lot of modifications if this is your first time practicing. So let's come to the top of our mat, toes and heels together, shoulders back and down. Find samastitihi. So this is our equal standing posture. Your feet are grounded, arms lengthening down, fingertips reaching towards the earth. Take a moment to draw the breath in and feel the chest and the rib cage lifting and expanding as the shoulders roll back and down. Take your chin parallel to the floor and just gaze straight forward. Soften your gaze. Allow yourself a moment here just to recognize how your body sways a little bit, maybe front and back, side to side. And just allow one more deep breath here. Exhale completely. We'll bring our palms together at the center of the heart, preparing for the opening mantra. Om. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sangha Shita Swatma Sukha Vabode Nishre Jase Jangali Kayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantir Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra-Siddhaharanam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Om. Exhale, release the arms down. Again, shoulders back and down. Let's start with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift the arms. Bring the palms together, look towards the thumbs, and lengthen through your body. Just stay here for an exhale breath. Inhale again, reach and extend. Really find length in the arms, strong legs. Exhale, gently fold forward, hinging from the hips. Soften your knees to bring your rib cage towards your thighs. And see if you can bring your fingertips in line with your toes. If the heels of your hands are high up, that's okay. Press them down towards the earth. Relax the head and stay here again for an exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Now you can try straightening your legs. Shoulders roll back, come to the fingertips, or try to press your palms down if that's available for you. And then exhale, bend your knees once more. Plant your hands on the mat. And then easy step or walk your feet back. Take a high plank. So find yourself in a high plank here. You can engage into your arms. Place your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Now just for today, if you like, you can bring your knees down, release the toes. And notice how it feels that you can find your nice engagement here in a plank position without feeling all of the weight of the leg. So this is an option for you. You can always stay on your toes if you want to. Now with the exhale, let's curl the elbows back towards the rib cage and slowly start to lower the chest down, using control, using the strength of your arms. And then inhale, let's press up into cobra or into upward facing. For this first one, if you want to keep your knees down on the mat, that's fine. Relax your glutes, press the tops of your feet down, shoulders roll back, and just drop those hips down, lengthening through the abdomen. And then exhale, curl the toes under, and you can either come into a child's pose position, moving the forehead towards the earth here with the toes tucked under, or you can find downward facing. I'll demonstrate downward facing in our next one, but just for this first one, you can stay here and breathe. 1, 2, shoulder blades separate. 3, keep lengthening through your spine. If you're in down dog, you want to press your heels down. If you're in child, just relax your heels back. 4, let the belly be soft. And 5, inhale, look forward. If you're in your child's pose, take your downward facing dog briefly, and then step or walk your feet forward, back to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen, shoulders back. Try to straighten your knees here, contract your quadriceps. And then exhale, fold deeply. Take a couple of breaths here. We're going to do a full round. See if you can bring your wrists down to the floor, head relaxing. And then inhale, strong legs, arms up, open the chest, Lift the heart space, chin up, look towards the palms, thumbs together, engage into your legs. And exhale, arms down by your side. So we're going to repeat that again, same pace, nice and slow. Inhale, arms up. Reach and lengthen shoulders back and down. Take an exhale breath here. Again, inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, let's take that fold. Inhale as you find connection, ribcage to thigh. Exhale again as you soften the shoulders. Inhale to lift halfway, contract the quadriceps, chin up, look forward. Exhale there. Inhale again as you create length in the spine. Exhale as you bend your knees, plant your hands to the ground and walk or step your feet back. Find your high plank, shoulders rolling back, engaging into your core. And then again, you can bring those knees down, release the toes, and then slowly chaturanga down, chin forward, kind of come down into the plank position, and then inhale back to cobra, or this time you can press into the tops of your feet, shoulders roll back, so we lift the knees, the thighs come off the floor, the hips drop down, chin up, look to the tip of your nose. Exhale, curl over your toes, and either come into your downward facing dog, or once more you can take child's pose. Wherever you decide to be, just hold steady. 1. If you're in downward facing dog, you can pedal out your legs. 2. Swaying the hips, maybe moving the head side to side. 3. Eventually reaching the heels down towards the mat, ribcage towards the thighs. 4. Steady, calm breathing. And 5. If you're in Balasana, come back briefly to your downward facing, look forward, and then step or walk your feet forward, back to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale there. Let's hold an extra breath. Inhale again. Exhale, this time fold. Forehead towards the shin, shoulders relaxed, feet grounded and planted. Inhale as you release. Exhale again. And then with the next inhale, strong legs, arms up, body comes up, palms together as we gaze towards the thumbs. And exhale, Samasthiti. All right, let's do one more just like that. This time we're going to move with the pace of breath. So 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step or walk. Feet back, high plank, and then lower down either from the knees or from the toes, your choice. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So we're attempting to move here with the rhythm of our breath. 1, as we stabilize and stay in downward facing dog, we regulate the breath. 2, we calm the mind. 3, we release tension where we can, and we engage where it's needed. 4, and 5. Now from downward facing dog, looking forward between the hands and walking or stepping the feet forward. And again, we lengthen. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise. So as you notice, 1 breath moves each time. Each time you inhale or you exhale, there is a movement that comes along with that breath. All right, so now we're going to go for a beat. We're only going to do 1 set. So let's try to get it nice and strong here. Let's bend the knees, bring the belly in, lift the rib cage. And your choices here are palms together at the heart, arms extended forward, palms down, or palms together,
extending upward towards the corner edge of your room. Shoulders back and down, knees nice and strong, hips down, tuck under through the tailbone ever so slightly to sit down more. Keep your heels down. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, hips to the sky. Release here as you hold another breath. So we're holding this one double the time. Exhale again to soften. Inhale to lift halfway. Now you can try straightening your legs, move your shoulders back. And then exhale, step or walk your feet back. Take your high plank, and if you're feeling warm enough and you want to try, chaturanga from your toes, same way as before. Inhale, upward facing, so that the thighs don't touch, the knees don't touch, shoulders roll back, dropping the hips, relax the glutes, look to the tip of your nose. Exhale, downward facing. So taking our time here, we're gonna find downward facing dog, but keep it a little bit wide. And then bring your left heel somewhere near your right toes. Look forward and step your right foot forward between your hands. Excuse me. Now, as we bend that right knee, inhale, we rise up. Palms together, looking at thumbs. Drop into that right thigh, lengthen up, and then exhale. Hands come down, right foot steps back. Find your high plank, lower down. Inhale, open the heart space, shoulders back, chin up. Exhale, downward facing. Good, thank you, Tina. And then we do the other side. So if we plant the left heel down, the right heel now comes close to the left toes, and then we bring that left foot forward. So we kind of have to really bring it forward towards the hands. Inhale to rise, palms together, gazing at thumbs, press the right pinky toe edge of your foot down. Exhale, come all the way down. So notice we are moving with a lot of intention, a lot of control. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Try not to rush through the movement here, but instead, finding the right rhythm and the right pace for your own breathing. Let's stay here 5 breaths. 1, 2, relax the head, relax the shoulders. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. We're gonna step or walk your feet forward, lengthening through the spine. Exhale to release. Shoulders soften. And then inhale to rise with bending the knees. Palms together or forward or hands in prayer. Drop into your chair. Find extension through the body. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Beautiful. So the first pose that we do after our warm-up is Padangusthasana. If you want to try with a block, I'm going to give the option here. So what you do is you're going to set your block, let's say to the highest setting. Line up your feet so that they're straddling the block. Bend the knees and bring your hands to the block. So this might be enough for you. You might find that this is great enough stretch. You feel all the length of the back of the legs into the back. Everything feels good. If you need a little bit more, you can try straightening the legs, but not by moving the chest forward, but by allowing your chest to drop down. So that might mean you might need to shorten your block to something smaller, like maybe all the way down to the floor. If by any chance you're fine if you don't need the block, you can just reach down and pick up your big toes. The way we pick them up is we use the middle finger, index finger, slide it between the big toe and the second toe, and then we close this whole thing with our thumb. So we have a good grip on that thumb. The elbows are pointing kind of forward or in towards each other, and the wrists are facing in towards each other, so that the inside of our arms are facing in towards each other. And then inhale, we lift, and then exhale, we fold. So again, allowing the knees to soften here will give you the best connection of rib cage to thighs. Let the head relax, let the shoulders soften. Once you're in the posture, then you can try and straight into the back of your leg, only if it's accessible for you. So if there's no need to do it, you can always just stay totally knees bent with the rib cage and the thighs together. This is going to help protect your back, and it's going to allow you to find the best suitable way to do this posture for your body. Roll the weight forward towards the big toes, and again, start moving and lengthening the legs as you find connection. Now inhale, lift halfway. Shoulders roll back, exhale there. Padahastasana, we're going to slide the hand underneath the feet. Press one of the left toes all the way up towards the wrist, where your watch would go. And then do the same thing on the right side. The right hand slides underneath the right foot, the toes all the way to the wrist. Soften your knees to get your hands in position. That's the most important thing. Now, in this position, it's going to feel a little funky. You're going to feel a little scared to roll forward because you don't have your hands to catch yourself. So keep your weight equally grounded through the heels and to the balls of the feet. And then exhale, softly release so that your elbows pop out to the sides and your head kind of just moves in the direction between your feet. Again, we want to hollow out the navel and we want to lengthen the abdomen. As you hold here, you might find room to straighten your legs a little bit more. Contract your quadriceps. Lift up your kneecaps. Find your deepest bend. Inhale there. Exhale. We typically hold about 5 breaths. Now, we've been here for a while because I had to save that bug. So inhale, lift halfway. Shoulders back, strong arms. Exhale. Let's release one hand, then the other. And then inhale, slowly rise up. Come to Samastitihi with the feet together. All right, for Trikonasana, we are going to use the block. So grab your block and we're going to step your right foot back and pivot so that the toes, right toes are facing the back of your mat. Place your block at its highest levels lined up with your right toe, so right on the outside of your right foot. And then come back up and take a moment to bring your hands to your hips. Open up your left hip, but keep that right leg tracking towards that right side of the room. Now extend your arms, shoulders relaxed, parallel to the floor. Look over your right fingertips. Now imagine the wall you see at the edge of your right fingertips. Let's try to touch it. And then move your left hip back as you extend yourself forward, keeping those arms parallel. So you're sliding over to the right side, engaging your legs. From here, take your right hand to the block and then your left arm up to the ceiling. So what we're going to do here is we're going to adjust. If your hips move back and your chest moves forward, I want you to think about bringing your hips forward and your chest back. So when you look down, you are nice and over your right leg, over your right arm. And then that left arm can extend up and we can gaze up towards the left thumb. A lot of people, what happens here is they want that left arm behind them. I don't know why. It feels really ugly in the shoulder. So just take that left arm straight up to the ceiling, not behind you. Keep moving your hips in that forward position so that they don't bump back. Maybe tuck under through the tailbone ever so slightly to engage into the legs a little bit more. Reach the top of the head, chin towards your left shoulder, gazing towards your left thumb. And then we're going to use the strength of our legs here to come up. So inhale, strong legs, release, come back to center, and then release the arms. Let's flip the feet and position your block on the other side. So now the block goes to the left foot. It's lined up with the left toes. Adjust here if you need to for your legs. And then again, open up that right hip, lengthen your arms, look over that left shoulder. A lot of times here, that right arm starts to kind of sink down and we just kind of relax it. Engage that right arm as much as the left. If you need to look back at it and check it and see it, make sure it's lifted, give that a try. Now, exhale, let's reach over to the left. Move the hips over to the right. Extend, 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 extend. And then left hand comes down to that block and the right arm comes up. Once you're there, we all need a little adjustment. So instead of hips back, chest forward, hips forward, chest back. If you need to kind of move your right shoulder back, open up that right hip, engage, find that nice sacrum connection here, whatever you need to do first. But when you're ready, make sure that this torso is right over your left shoulder and your left leg. And then that right arm extends straight up to the sky. Not behind you in this awkward position, but straight up. Fingers together, looking towards the thumbs. Tuck under through the tailbone ever so slightly. Lengthen through the abdomen, strong legs here. Reach and lengthen. Good. And then strong legs to inhale, come up. Inhale. Reach up like someone's pulling your right arm. Coming back to center. And then exhale, let's turn to face the other side again. I'm gonna use my other block so I have one on each side. Makes it easier, I don't have to transfer them all the time. So now we're gonna line up the left hip with the back of your mat. Left shoulder comes forward as well. So we pivot ourselves to frame ourselves towards the back of our mats. Then let's take that left arm up, find length to the left side rib cage, and then exhale, take that left hand to the block. Same thing, the block is at the high level. If you don't need it, you can bring it to the floor, but for today's class, this is how we're gonna practice. So bringing that left shoulder forward, we bring the right hip back, the left hip forward, lengthen your abdomen, and then the right arm comes up. Good. Make sure that the left heel is down. Let me move this block so you can see. Either way, I have to do it. So make sure that your left heel is down. You don't want to be up onto the toe, pressing the left heel down, rotating and twisting, reaching that right arm up, moving the right arm back, and then looking up towards right thumb. And then exhale, let's take the right hand down. I'll grab one of my blocks, bring it back to the side, and then set up for the other side. So again, lining up my right hip with my left hip, shoulders, everything squared forward, and weight is equally balanced between both legs. Inhale, right arm extends. And exhale, take it down. Right hand to the block, opening up the chest and rib cage. So we don't want to move forward here, but we want to go from this forward position to an open position, moving the left hip back and the right hip forward, strong legs. And then the arm can come up and we can look up towards the left thumb. If this bothers your neck at all, feel free to look forward or even look down. But looking down is going to bring you down, so maybe the look forward would be a better idea. So find your strength in your legs here. Twist and rotate, strong legs. Your back heel is down. Didn't move the block. Your back heel is down. Your back heel is not lifted. And exhale. Take that left hand down. Strong legs. Come back up. And then exhale. Samasthiti. Good job. All right. Parsvakonasana is next. So let's keep one block. Take the legs out. Bend the right knee. Here's choice number one. Place the block down on the outside of the foot once more. You can, if you want, bend the knee. Take the right elbow to the knee. Drop that left hip. And extend that left arm up and over. This is side angle pose, a little different, but it works all the same muscles. Keeping the left heel down, pressing the left pinky edge side of the foot. Option two, if you want to take it, bringing right hand to the block, and then doing the exact same thing. So it's very similar, only difference is your hand is on the block instead of your elbow on the knee. If you've been coming for a while and you want to bring the hand to the floor, feel free. Open and rotate the chest, and look out from underneath the left armpit, gazing up towards the left fingertips, so your gaze is up. And then inhale, slowly come up, use the strong legs. I'm going to bring my block with me, and then switch sides. So we're going to bend the left knee, place the block down. Let's just try with the elbow on the thigh first. So left elbow onto the knee. We're going to open up the rib cage. Open up that right hip. Good. Bend into that left knee. Extend that arm up and over. Chin towards your armpit. Gazing up towards the fingers. Shoulders back. Keep dropping the hips. Option two, bringing that left hand to the block and then setting yourself up again. Spiral your rib cage. Up, up, up. Strong legs. Steady your breath. Press the left thigh into your left forearm. And then strong legs. Inhale. Slowly come back to center. And then exhale. Switch sides. So now we go for the twist. We're going to do a nice, very nice, easy one today. Let's bring the left knee to the floor. Relax the toes. And then come up and find balance here in this kind of half lunge. One thing you want to look out for is that the left knee isn't too far back, like you're doing a split, or too far forward, like the knee is underneath the hips. So position yourself where it's comfortable. And then you're going to take that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So ideally, we want the shoulder on the outside of the knee. But for today, we're just going to try the elbow. As you do this, use your right hand to kind of push yourself into the position, bringing the left side of your rib cage forward. Once your elbow is connected and your right foot is grounding, your left leg is grounding, hands to prayer, and twist your torso so you can look back over the right elbow. Stay there. Good. If you've been coming a while and you want to try, you can tuck your left toes under and slowly press your left leg straight, pushing your heel back and down, maybe at a rotation so that one day the heel can come down. Stay here. 3, good job. 4, very nice, don't move. 5, now exhale, bring that left knee down with control. Release your twist. Hands to the floor. Inhale, straighten the back leg. We don't need the block on the other side. I don't know why I grabbed it. And then let's go to the other side. Bend the right knee, come down. Release the toe for a moment just to feel the strength in your legs. If you feel unstable, wavering, you're going to fall over. It's going to be very hard to twist. So find stability. Right elbow outside the left knee. Inhale, press into the left hand to get your body to rotate around. So strong legs. The stronger legs you have, the more you're going to feel stable. You're not going to fall over. Hands in prayer. Push the palms together. And then look back over left shoulder. You're welcome to stay here, bending into that left knee. Or if you have stability in your legs, you tuck your back toe under. You straighten that back leg. And you turn and twist the heel so that possibly that right heel can come down. It takes a little effort. It takes a little heart. See what you can do. Bend into that left knee. Good job. 2, 3, steady. 4, and 5. Exhale. Let's bring the right knee down. Release the hands to the floor. Take a moment there and then slowly press into that leg. Come back. Arms extend. Exhale. Samastitihi. So we're about halfway through the standing postures. We're going to do a couple more and then we're going to change to go to the floor. So let's do Padottanasana, A, B, C, and D. Step your right foot back. Let's grab a block for this one. As you step your right foot back, place your block between your feet. Take an inhale, hands on your waist, legs out to the side. And just take a moment there to just feel the stability of your legs. All right, the pose begins with the arms extended. So inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to the waist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward, and then maybe find your block. So I know that most of us have an ability to either fold forward easily or maybe not so easily. Today we're going to try with the block for 2 reasons. Slide your block so that it lines up with your toes. So the edge of your block and the edge of your toes are in one place. Block is right in the middle. Hands on the block. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold. Now with the block in the hands, you can't really open your elbows out. You kind of have to draw them in. Maybe a little closer than we'd like. So draw those elbows in, shoulders back, and see if you can bring the top of your head to the block without drawing those elbows out. So pull them in. If you have 2 blocks, that actually might be a little nicer, because then you can actually position your hands shoulder width apart. And then you can kind of bring your head in between the blocks. Good. Stay here. 1, 2, hollowing out the navel and extending your body forward. 3, strong legs, quadriceps contracted. 4, almost there. And 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale there. Inhale, slowly come back up. Hands to the waist. Exhale, let it go. Be positioned. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold forward. So if you have the block position somewhere near where your head could rest, same thing. Lined up with the tips of your toes. Maybe you can bring your top of your head to the block, elbows towards each other. So don't let your elbows open out to the sides, bring them in. Back and down. 1. If your head is resting on the block, push your head into the block. 2, strong shoulders. 3, 4, good job. 5, inhale, slowly come up. Use the strength of your legs. Exhale there. C position. Inhale, open your arms. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Place them behind your back. Try to bring your wrists together. Make a fist, shoulders back and down, arms straight. Inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Nice and slow and controlled. Top of the head moves down towards the floor. Relax here. Take a moment. 1. Top of the head towards that block. Press it into the block. 2. Let the arms come over the back. 3. 4. Let those arms reach. 5. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale there. And bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, lift. So this is the only one where the arms don't extend out. They come to the waist. Exhale, fold, and this time, grab your big toes, just like we did in Padangusthasana. Grab those big toes, inhale, lengthen forward, strong legs, and then exhale once more, fold to the top of the head, comes to the blocks, shoulders away from the ears, pull on your toes. 1, roll your hips forward, ever so slightly. 2, hips a little bit more forward. 3, more weight to your toes. 4, shoulders move away from the body. 5, inhale, head up only. Exhale there, and inhale slowly, you can move the block. Slowly come up, and then back to Samasthiti. All right, so we're gonna do one balanced posture today, and then we're gonna make it down to the floor to do some seated before we close. So let's go ahead and start with the right leg. Option 1, balance on your left leg, strong left leg. Bring your right knee to the towards the body, so parallel to the floor, and relax your right foot. Don't point it, don't flex it, just let it be. So this is option 1. You're welcome to stay here. Option 2 would be reach down inside your leg to grab your big toes. You kind of have to fold forward, and then bring everything back up with you. You're welcome to stay here. This is a great place to be. Option 3 would be to try and extend your right leg, flexing your foot. Now, only if your leg is extended, then you're going to exhale and fold forward. 1, wherever you are, hold for 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the head, and then exhale. Let's open that right leg to the right. Whether it's straight or bent, doesn't matter. Even if you have your toe. So if you have your toe, just take that leg from the forward position to the outside position, using your arm to help you. And then look over the left shoulder. Good. Try to balance. Slowly come back to center. Hold there. If your leg is straight, fold one more time. Exhale. Let's release the foot or the toe or the knee. And then straighten the leg and balance. Good. Breathe easy. 4 and 5. Exhale. Let's release the right leg. Here we go. Let's do the other side. So weight into the right leg. You have the choice of simply lifting the knee and doing the whole movement with that left knee bent. To come down as you fold forward, grab your big toe, and then to straighten back up. So don't stay in this down position if you have your toe. Lift your chest, straighten back up. Last choice, extend your leg forward, move your left hip back, so plug your femur into the hip socket, and then exhale, fold from there. 1, imagine you want to bring your chin to your shin. 2, left shoulder back. 3, balance on your right leg. 4, straighten your right leg if you can. 5, inhale, slowly come up, and then exhale, open that left leg to the right, kind of pointing the left heel forward as the toes move back. You can lift your chest and look to the right shoulder. Good, stay and breathe. 4, calm and peaceful. 5, and then slowly coming back to center. If the leg is straight, fold forward. Inhale, come up and balance. 1, 2, plug that left femur into the hip socket. 3, 4, and 5. Let's release. Good job. Shake it out a little bit. So there's normally a forward fold with the leg and lotus that we do after that. We're not going to do it today. So let's go ahead and make it down to the floor. That's good enough for the standing postures. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step or jump back, take chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So from downward facing dog, walk yourself back to the back edge of your mat so you have room to come forward. And then inhale, step or move your feet through the best way you can to come to seated. These transitions into seated position take time and take effort. So if you're not quite there yet, don't worry, you have time. So let's start in Dandasana, hands next to the hips, shoulders back, chin down, strong legs, feet flexed. Stay and breathe. So we allow Dandasana position to calm the nervous system, calm the body after our standing and balancing poses. And then exhale, let's take Paschimottanasana, reaching forward, find your big toes. Just like when we did our standing posture, hold on to those big toes and then exhale, fold forward. Like when we did Padangusthasana, the first of our standing forward folds. You want to keep the feet flexed back. You want to lengthen your torso forward. If your forehead rests on your shins, great. Or your chin rests on your shins, wonderful. If not, it's okay. You can take your gaze to the tip of your nose. Or if you're high up, maybe you can take your gaze towards your toes. Or anywhere in between there, maybe towards your ankles. And then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale there, take a deeper bind. So maybe interlace your fingers, shoulders back, and exhale, fold once more. And let the kind of active part of the posture as we fold feel soft and relaxed. Try not to pull so hard and tense too much, but instead find that happy medium between effort and ease. And then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale there, let's release. Typically we do a lot of jump backs and jump forward. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to move into a couple of postures. So for this first one, take the right foot, place it at a figure 4 position of the leg. The pose itself has the foot in half lotus, but I know that that's really difficult for most people to do, so we're going to attempt it this way today. So we're going to bring the right knee down onto that right block on the right side, or maybe a blanket or something that that right knee can touch. The point is we don't want this right knee all the way up by your shoulder, but instead down to the floor. The right foot is flexed, and we're putting a little bit of pressure onto the quad. So contract that quad to hold that pressure. From here, we're going to take the hands to the side to lift the chest, and then just bring the right hand towards your left hip here, towards your left hip. If the foot was in half lotus, we would have a bind. The foot in this position is not going to happen, so we're not going to worry about it. And then we're going to take that left hand to the left foot. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, drop the right shoulder as you come down over the right leg. Stabilize with your breath and just be where you need to be. Don't worry about that you need to touch anything or you need to lengthen anywhere. Just breathe naturally, calming your mind and nervous system and finding where the pose needs to work for you. The palm of your right hand is facing out, so extend your fingers over and around your body. Exhale there. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, try not to move. And then release both the right hand behind you, the left hand, and extend the right foot forward. So what we'll do instead of jumping back is we're just going to do a quick lift up. So cross the right foot over the left, tuck them in, hands on the floor, inhale, pick yourself up, no weight in your legs. Exhale, come down. Extend your legs, and we'll do the other side. So now the left foot over the right thigh. We take the block or the blanket so that the left knee has somewhere to rest. Hands next to you, shoulders back, find length in your body as you keep dropping that left knee. Lift the chest. And then we're going to take that left hand now behind us towards the right side, palm facing open, and wrap your back of your fingers around your body. And then exhale, reach forward, find your foot. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, fold wherever your body allows. Remember that this is not a competition, not even against yourself. This is just a matter of observing, of noting, and of kind of just paying attention to what the body cues give us as we move into these positions that may feel complicated in our bodies. Stabilize with your breath and calm your mind and nervous system. Settle into it. Give yourself the okay to be in an uncomfortable position for a few moments that you'll be just fine. Now inhale, lift halfway, shoulders back. Exhale there, don't move. And then slowly release as you inhale. You can move your stuff out the side. Left foot in front of the right. Inhale, pick yourself up. Maybe one foot can come up. And then exhale, lower down. Legs extend forward. Good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to point the toes, flex the toes, and just notice how the legs feel. We're going to do one more for the outside or the external side of the leg. So lean to the left, bring the right foot back. If you can bring that right foot back with the toes pointed back and you feel stable on your hips, it's fine to stay here. If you don't, you're welcome to lift your hips up and come and sit onto a block so that you have this ability to kind of sit here with both hips down. So I'll try from the block. One thing I would suggest is placing something underneath that left knee so that you can engage that quadricep and push down without making the knee uncomfortable. And then from here, we're going to lean forward, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold deeply. If your elbows are bending, that means you have more room. So maybe interlace your fingers. Maybe hold on to your opposite wrists. So if your elbows are straight, then that means you've reached your maximum. If they're bending, go for a deeper bind. Shoulders roll back. Chin towards the shin. Extend your body forward. Press the top of the right foot down. Inhale, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, everyone release. If you have all your props with you, then just simply move them out of the way. And what we'll do here, a nice little easy transition. Hands on the floor, everything picks up. And then inhale, pick yourself butt up off the floor. Exhale, sit back down. Move to the side, right foot moves forward. Take a moment to point and flex through the feet. And then we'll do the other side. Lean to the right. Left foot back, left foot on the floor. Again, decide, do I want to use my props or am I okay to sit on the floor? As you make your decision, set yourself up, allow your mind to be part of the setup. And then you can either bring your hands to the sides or you can exhale, fold over the right leg, hands to the right foot. Again, if you bring your hands to the right foot and your elbows are bending as you come forward, that means you have more grip. So interlace your fingers or wrap your wrap your hands around your right wrist. Your right thumb can go inside the hand and then the fingers wrap around the right thumb. And then as you're there, you can exhale and fold fully, chin towards the shin or towards the knee. Soften the shoulders. Keep pressing the top of the left foot down and your left heel should be on the outside of your left hip. Easy, stable breath. And then inhale, head up only. Exhale there, don't move. Release your grip, come back up. You can move your props out of the way. And then just for fun, point the toe. Inhale, lift everything up. And then just lift your butt up off the floor. It's okay so the right heel comes down. Just lift your butt up off the floor. And then exhale, sit back down, release the left leg. And point and flex. Good job. So we're going to wrap up the middle part of our practice. It's a very different practice than our ashtanga, but it's a good way to get started. Lay all the way onto your back. Let's extend the legs, arms by your sides. We're going to do a little bit of back bending today. And we're just going to start with simple bridge. So bend your knees. Tuck under to the pelvis. Have your hands come down so that you can kind of find your heels. And maybe some of you can barely touch the backs of your heels, like your heels are like, oh, they're right there. Or maybe you can actually get a good grip on your ankles. Either way, as you find yourself in this position, you're going to push your palms down and your arms down into the floor. Tuck in through your pelvis and then inhale, lift your hips up. Now for this first one, we're just noticing what it feels like to lift the hips up. So if there's a little bit of a sink, push into the legs and move your weight back so that your hips can be fully elevated, and then you can press your palms down or you can interlace your fingers and kind of wriggle your shoulders under to get a little bit more lift. Let's hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2. Make sure that your rib cage is high, your legs are strong. 4 and 5. You can release your hands and slowly curl yourself down. All right, take a moment. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, roll up through the hips. So we create this rolling space to come up. And then this time, if you want to change the position of your hands, you can place them next to your ears. Now we're not going to push into the hands. We're just going to bring the weight towards the hands. Keep your elbows moved in towards each other, palms down on the floor. 2, strong legs. 3, keep pushing up with your hips. 4, strong legs. 5, exhale, lower down. And release the arms. All right. Last one, we are going to try to come up to the top of the head. So let's see what that feels like. So let's start by positioning the hands just like we did in that last one. Tuck in through the tailbone, elevate the hips, shoulders move underneath you, strong legs. Inhale, hips up. When you feel like you have weight in your arms, then slowly push and place the top of your head to the floor, hips up. If you've been coming for a while, try straightening your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale. Push into the hands to tuck the head under and slowly release down. Good. Take a moment there. You can extend your legs and just allow yourself to be here for a few breaths. All right. So we're here for a breath or two. Notice how everything feels. We're going to roll forward. Typically in our practice, we do chakrasana, so it's a backwards roll. Today we're going to roll forward. So cross your feet, roll yourself up to seated, extend your legs, and let's take a nice, easy forward fold. Find your deepest spine, maybe interlacing your fingers or wrapping around your wrists. And let's hold here also 5 breaths. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Let the back muscles relax. Keep the legs engaged just enough to feel connection to the earth. And then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale there and release. So the closing part of our practice today, we're going to do very, very gentle. So lay all the way onto your back. Grab a block with you if you'd like. And then we're going to place the block underneath the hips. So there's a slight elevation of the hips. So we want to have the block supporting the sacrum as the legs come up. We're going to call this shoulder stand today. So if you've been coming for a while and you want to go into your full shoulder stand, feel free. But again, this class is geared for more someone that's never practiced before and that wants to ease into the practice. So it's also a good one to try if you're really tired and you just want to take a nice easy practice. This is a good way to do it. Or maybe if you're on your lady cycle, this is an appropriate practice to do on your lady cycle. So shoulders soften, let's stay here, legs are straight, feet together, relax the abdomen. Make sure your full sacrum is on the block, so don't kind of half teeter on the block or get yourself really grounded through the block. And then for a halasana position, what we're going to do is we're going to keep the hips down, and then we're just going to start to elevate the hips off the block so that they may come off, and then just let the legs come back. I like to hold on to the block because I always feel like it's going to slide out from underneath me if I don't. So I just like to bring my hands down here, but you can interlace your fingers, arms straight, or you can just keep your palms down. And we're just going to let those legs come back as far as they go without lifting the hips off the block. So you can also lift the hips off the block if you want to go into full halasana, but for today, we're going to practice this way. Shoulders relaxed, legs straight, and then exhale, come back up, and we'll do a happy baby on the block, a little different. So open up the knees, take the hands inside, maybe you can grab your big toes or the pinky sides of your feet, and then try to lift your heels. So a little different with the happy baby on the block. If you don't like it, just move the block out the way and come back down to the floor. Just a little different for today. Shoulders roll back. And then exhale, slowly let's release. Come back to our shoulder stand or modified shoulder stand. And then we're going to take either a cross-legged position where we cross at the ankles, or if you want to try, you can take the right foot towards the left hip and then the left foot into the right hip so that you're in a full lotus position. This is only available for some of you guys, so don't do it if it's not part of your practice. Hands on the knees, and then just stay here. So again, we're still on the block. This is the same pose we do balancing on the shoulders, but the bottoms of our legs would be facing the ceiling. But arms extended, shoulders back and down, chin down. Look at that space between your legs. If your legs are crossed, just let your knees open out to the side. And then exhale, let's curl it in, kind of hug those knees in towards the body. Again, the block might be a hindrance for you here, so if you want to remove it, you can. But I kind of like the way that it keeps my hips supported and elevated. So you decide if you want the block or not. You can do all of these without the block as well. Just hug everything in. Doesn't have to be the tightest hug in the world, just enough to move the energy through the body. And then exhale, come back up. Let's go ahead and kind of bring the arms down and start to drop the legs down. Again, we have the block underneath us, so it's giving us a little bit of support. Allow the shoulders to roll back, and then allow yourself to kind of come off the block. It might tilt, so you can place the top of the head on the mat. So I kind of like this transition. I like to keep the block in place because it helps to support the openness in the back bend. Once you're there, you can hold on to your lotus feet, arms straight, and then kind of just push your knees down, press the top of the head into the mat. Stay and breathe. And then exhale, let's release, lift the head up, press into the arms. Take a moment here just to give yourself a second. And then again, let's drop the head. This time, release the legs, extend the legs, and palms together. Palms down towards the toes, point the toes. And then exhale, release the legs, release the arms, lift the head. You can move the block out of the way now, and then lay all the way onto your back. Take a moment there. Steady your breath and just notice and observe how that feels within your body. All the emotions, sensations, kind of let them move through. Now after that, we would do headstand, which we're not going to practice today. So we're going to go through the 3 last closing postures. So roll yourself up to seated. Once you come to seated, let's go ahead and take either just a simple cross-legged position like we normally do, or if you like, you can take again your full lotus. Up to you. The lotus is not a necessity here, just a simple cross-legged will do. Then we're going to take the hands behind the back, try to hold on tightly to the opposite elbow, opposite arm. So really wriggle yourself back there. Point through your toes, inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, fold. If your head doesn't come anywhere near the floor, like mine does right now, perhaps it might be a good idea to place a block in front of you, and then try again so that you can bring your chin or your forehead to the block. Stay there. Maybe just the tip of your nose. Easy breathing. Relax the shoulders back and down. We hold here 10 breaths, calming the mind. This pose is Yoga Mudra, so it's the seal of our practice. And inhale, slowly come up. Exhale there. You can release your arms. Take your thumb and index fingers together, 3 fingers extended out. We go into Chin Mudra, shoulders back. Chin tucks down ever so slightly, and then we look down to the tip of the nose. 1. We hold this one also 10 breaths. 2, 3, calming the breath. 4, 5. This should feel like you're charging up your batteries here. You're drawing energy in. 7, 8, 9, kind of be stable and calm with your breathing. 10, we prepare for the last posture. If you have blocks with you, grab them and place them on either sides of your hips. Lift your knees up, whether you're in cross-legged or whether you're in lotus. So knees come up towards the body. Slide your hands onto the blocks and then inhale, Pick everything up, knees up. Stay. 1, 2, strong shoulders. 3, 4, 5, stabilize with your breath. 6, 7, almost there. Don't give up. Keep pushing. 8, knees up, knees up, knees up. 9, and 10. Slowly lower down. You can move the blocks off to the sides. You can release your lotus position, extend your legs, shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to come up to standing. So tuck your toes under, hands in front. Inhale, press up. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, step or walk your feet forward. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise up. Arms kind of behind your sides and then hands in prayer. Let's do our closing mantra. Om. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha go brahmanebhyaha shivamastu nityam lokaha samastaha Sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. From downward facing, again, we're going to jump the feet through. So the best way you can, just come to a seated position. Legs extend. Turn around so the top of the head is towards the front of your mat. And then exhale. Let's lie down for our final resting posture, Shavasana. Soften the shoulders, let the legs relax, let the feet flop open to the sides. Take rest. A lot of people think that the ashtanga practice is intense, it's so much work, it's way too much, it's for advanced yogis only. And I would hope that from after this practice, you can see that you can make this practice whatever you need it to be. It can be as intense as you like, or it can be as chill, relaxed, even restorative as you like. So it all kind of depends on the day. It depends on your effort that you have to give that day, your level of energy, and what your body needs that day. It's going to be different day to day, so honor whatever that is. If you like this practice, it will be recorded, it will be placed on the website, so you're welcome to come back to it as many times as you like to continue practicing. Take your rest. Be here as long as you like.